It's week 3 of the National Football League, and the wait is over.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams led out by a Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford, second among all active passers in the NFL. Only Aaron Rodgers has thrown for more yards. Hard to believe, Greg, it's already season 16 for the man out of the University of Georgia.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, granted exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last 2 seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his 3rd season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, is going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory. Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. 3rd and a yard. Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. That's caught. Left side, it's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
First and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Get about 6 before he's taken down. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Throwing again is Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Anders Carlson here now to try the field goal. No issues there. This one is good. And the 49ers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Rams offense ready now for their 2nd drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The NFL's 3rd leading rusher a season ago, it's Kyren Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Williams gets it on the draw.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Ethan Evans now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead, see if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Kittle's able to secure the catch and bring up a fresh set of downs, and he was the only tight end in the entire league last year, Mike, to go over the 1,000-yard mark, and he only did it in 65 catches. Here's a guy that is an all-pro player year in and year out, and there's not a whole lot in this game that he can't do.
It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Open man is Hamler. He's got it. And he will go all the way. K.J. Hamler. Touchdown, San Francisco. That his 1st touchdown of the new year. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the 49ers are out to a 10-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. And let's give it about 4 on that one. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be taken in. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Here's 1st and 10. The motion man is Nacua. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 43-yard line.
Stafford gets this one out quick to Nacua. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. That'll be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Carlson's kick is good. And the 49ers move further out in front. It is now 17-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Rams offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nacua. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 41-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. There's a short one. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Niners have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. 1 quarter in the books. The Niners have the early advantage. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Second down, it's Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Third and long. Stafford now. He gets this to the veteran tight end, Higbee. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for the Rams. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First down, 49ers.
To throw, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Slot man in motion left. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Purdy going to give this to Garendo. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Here's Purdy. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
The Rams offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. It's caught. It's the tight end, Higbee. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They go play action with Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. It'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down.
That's good for our Rams. First down.
Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7.
At the 49ers, 35-yard line.
They run over center with Williams. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
He's tackled at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this will wind up a Niners first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's complete to Kevontae Turpin. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Purdy on first down. This one is caught by Turpin.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On second down, Purdy. Comeback route, and he's got it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Back to the air is Purdy. He'll go right and find his running back. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Purdy works out of the pistol. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Here's third down and a few inches. Again in the air for Purdy. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Kevontae Turpin, touchdown, 49ers. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Rams offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. Stafford now on second down. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And here we have another missed opportunity for an offense that have already had a handful of them throughout this game. And let's be honest, Mike, you just can't afford to overthrow a man that's that open, especially when you're trying to overcome a double-digit deficit in the NFL. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Josh Jacobs, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they've got the lead at halftime over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Minshew Mania's back in silver and black. Gardner Minshew with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in the victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Brock Purdy and the NFC champs back out to begin this next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. They run once more with McCaffrey. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, 49ers.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run here with McCaffrey. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now, on 4th and short, this coach has a decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. That's caught by Puka. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Play action, Stafford. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
On 2nd down, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, bring up a fresh set of downs.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Now Purdy. Screen pass to Ayuk. Caught. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Third down. Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He's got that complete to Turpin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing again is Purdy. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. That's the rookie, Jared Verse, fighting his way in to record the sack.
And what stands out the most about Verse, Mike, is really just his consistent production at the college level. I mean, his last 3 seasons, all over 9 sacks. He's got explosive hands, really good feet, and it's that first step to get on the offensive lineman so fast that allows him to win so often. They've got themselves a pretty physical pass rusher here in Los Angeles. When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
Nick Bosa brings him down, and there's no denying it. We're watching one of the truly elite pass rushers in the entire league. I mean, Mike, over the last 3 years, 44.5 sacks. I mean, the consistency, the production, he's in rarefied air.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Kupp in motion. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. They'll bring up third down.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Stafford. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So Kittle comes in motion. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. Slot receiver headed right. They need 2. Here's Purdy. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the first down.
And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Purdy. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Open man is Hamler. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Back to the air is Purdy. It is brought in the end zone. Levante Turpin. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the 49ers add on to their already sizable lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Pass is completed to Kupp. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing again is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
1st and 10. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Nice run there by McCaffrey, and the reigning Offensive Player of the Year picks up right where he left off a season ago. Over 2,000 yards for scrimmage. Second time he's done that in his career. This is one of the most dynamic players, regardless of position, in the entire NFL.
And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Out of the gun. They'll give it to McCaffrey. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Over the middle to Ayuk. Complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. A 1st down throw for Purdy. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. This one is caught by Turpin.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
A short one there, caught by Kittle. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If that was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with that. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? And he'll get this only down to the 6-yard line. So for the moment, the defense with the stop as we get to 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Anders Carlson here now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the 49ers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 38.
Stafford now on 2nd down. He finds Kupp along the out route. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Stafford now. He'll get this complete. It's Kupp again. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the Niners' 41-yard line.
To the air again. Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 29.
Again, it's Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Open man downfield is Higbee. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So a win here for the 49ers. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal. That's all. And that defensive unit was the driving force in this victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.